Hi, happy Tuesday, foliage friends. My name is Dawn of the Rake of Dawn, and I am here to provide you with an update regarding my philodendron squamiferum, or also known as the red-hairy philodendron. It is a very large leafed plant. The leaves are a little more supple and they feel like they can take a little bit more of a beating. They're not so dainty. The petioles appear to be very dangerous, but in all actuality, they feel kind of plastic, to tell you the truth. So this is the size of my current baby. I picked her up probably, I'm going to say 9 or 10 months ago. She started out off pole and was just kind of sort of hanging out of the pot, and I don't have space for that. And since I knew that I could just attach her to the pole with a clip and not depend on root growth, and she would grow vertically and her leaves would still size up. Like I could put her on a picket or a cane pole or a cocoa cord pole, like literally any type of support, and she'll still be happy. So, but I'm happy I went with the moss pole originally because it's made my ability to prepare the cutting better. It's going to be more efficient. Like I wouldn't have the ability to create auxiliary node activation and have roots ready for propagation. So I feel like I'm better off. And let me see if I can get her close enough for you to see how hairy and like fake like those petioles look. It's just not real. The underside of the petiole is deep red, and then the spikes of the petiole are a neon green. Can you see that? It's just so prehistoric. I love it. So I am going to go ahead and fill the moss pole all the way to the top with wet moss so that I can continue the extension and get the additional roots. There are two. They're pretty good. The auxiliary bud is activated, but I'm just really not comfortable with the length of the root. I think there could be more, so I'm going to fill it in and we'll check back in like a week. This is the activated auxiliary bud right there. There is the root coming out the front, and there is the root coming out of the back. So I think if I just go ahead and fill it all the way to the top and give it another week, I'll be more comfortable with this situation. So looking forward to that update. I'm so excited to share all of this with you. Regarding the care for the red-hairy philodendron, she's actually quite easy. I will tell you that location is key. This plant is known for getting and then maintaining all sorts of pests. And I'll tell you, knock wood, praise the Lord, this plant did not come with any and has not ever had any. And I think I'm not going to attest 100% to it because I'm not a professional. I'm not an expert in any way. I'm just speaking to personal experience. I think it's because I keep this plant off the floor. She actually lives under a spotlight currently shining on, I don't know if you see those, the aglaonema right there. That's actually her spot. That's where she lives. That's her perma spot. So can you see that pink pot and that blue pot right there, they're just there hanging out because she's over here. But that's her permanent home right there. And I really do attribute her pest freeness and due to her location. She's not on the floor. I think if this plant were on the floor, I would be fighting that, because I actually am fighting a spider mite issue on some of my lower shelves. That'll be a video coming soon, so pay attention for that. But it tis the season. Spider mites love dry, hot environments, and the winter in Oklahoma will certainly do that. So, but for the care of this plant, I don't intentionally grow it on the pole. I'm only doing that for propagation purposes. So outside of that, I use Velcro tape to keep it upright. And when it comes to watering, I actually take the whole thing to the shower. This is one of my largest plants that I will actually physically move. Again, that is to aid in the pest control. If I didn't shower this down when it needed watered every water, I also think that would contribute to dust and pest invasion. So keep that in mind. She is currently sitting in a larger than normal pot, from what I've seen online and others, but I need something to maintain the weight of the top of this plant. So she's in a no soil soil, lots of fine orchid bark, perlite, activated charcoal, humus, leca, zeolite, and just like basic river rock. I mean, like heavy, chunky, no soil. And then really the moisture retention comes from the pole, if at any. We'll see. So, but this is her current condition. That is how I take care of her. And that is where she permanently lives in my collection. Please let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so I have got my fill ready. I am going to go ahead and bring her closer to the camera, as well as flip her around so that you can see. There we go. And all I'm doing is taking pre-moistened moss and filling in this empty headspace here on the moss pole. That's it. Now I did pre-moisten this sphagnum moss with my what is it? It's like a 111 for my hydroponics, and then I also dropped in some crop drops. All right, so we're getting pretty full here. All right, so we are topped all the way off. Now all I'm going to do is fold back the saran wrap that I had rolled down to complete this task. Hello, Root. I want to tuck her back in. Don't want her drying out in any way, shape, or form. There we go. And then this goes back up over the top and down and around. And there we have it. So I'm at really a good stopping point for this point in our adventure, and I'm looking forward to sharing an update on this process in 1 week. I will say, let's say Monday of next week, we'll get an update on this current situation. So again, this is the Red-Hairy Philodendron. Thank you. Have a great day.